But one of the characters, one of the people that is mentioned in the book of Hebrews and in the Old Testament is the Melchizedek, the priest Melchizedek. And Melchizedek is a mysterious figure. I don't think it's mentioned where he comes from. I don't know anything really, like you don't know much about Melchizedek, but he's a seriously important person because he's a type of Christ in some capacity. So for people, including myself, who maybe haven't looked into who Melchizedek is very much, one, is there any background to who Melchizedek is, where he's from? Because is he Jewish? I don't think he is Jewish. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
No, well, it says explicitly that he's not. Because the Jews, well, in terms of the ethnicity and the biological clan relationships, they're descended from Abraham, and more specifically from Jacob, right? And Melchizedek, yes. Hebrews talks about him beginning in chapter 7, and it makes explicit the point that he's not descended from Abraham. In fact, he's a grown man, and he's a priest, and Abraham brings the tithe to him.
Yeah.
And then some people think that it is Christ before his incarnation, because it says he has no father, no mother, no genealogy. But I think the point is that Hebrews is making is not that it literally is Christ, but rather that no genealogy and no father and mother is mentioned. The Aaronic priesthood depends on the genealogy. You have to be of a certain line of descent. Melchizedek's, his priesthood is just given to him directly by God. It's the power of his own life that is being manifest, and that is what is parallel to Christ.
But can I ask you real quick? I just want to ask real quick, is there any significance to his name? Like what in the Hebrew or whatever language, what does Melchizedek mean, or is that just a name?
Oh, the Hebrews makes a point about that. Sure. The name means King of Righteousness.
Wow. Okay, I didn't even know that till now. Okay.
Yeah, wow. And he's King of Salem. Salem meaning peace. And the Hebrews makes a point of saying, this is showing you something about the meaning of who he is and what he did.
Who's foreshadowing to, yeah.
But I have a comment about that because it called to mind a story that I heard from a man. He's an Italian. He came and visited Westminster Seminary and gave a chapel talk. His name is Franco Maggetto. Good Italian name.
That's very Italian.
But he was a Roman Catholic priest in Italy. And he was participating in and presiding in the performance of the Mass, which the official Roman Catholic teaching says is a re-sacrificing of Christ.
Yes. Yeah.
And in the middle of it, it came into his head from Hebrews that Christ offered sacrifice once for all for sins. He stopped. He could not continue with the rest of the ceremony. He was kind of scurried away, and somebody else stepped in and completed the thing, and he never afterwards celebrated Mass.
Wow.
It was this issue of the once for all, the uniqueness.
That is the main thing.
Of Christ's sacrifice. He is there in Italy. He is proclaiming the gospel of the Bible and of the Reformation to Italians, including Italian priests. And there's a movement in Italy that is basically a Reformation movement.
Really? Italy is like hardcore Catholic. I mean, wow. I mean,
now hardcore secular, which I think is one reason why. I can't fathom it, but supposedly the Roman Catholic hierarchy has tried to defrock him, to excommunicate him more than once, and has not been able to. He's still a priest. He's propagating the true gospel of Christ and trying to to lead other priests and other lay people as well into the truth. So it's an exciting thing to see. And I think it's partly because of the secularization that the church no longer feels it has the power to control this kind of thing.
Oh,
so man. Praise the Lord,
He's a spy. He's not really. He's a known spy, but he's in. He's in the enemy's territory. That's so interesting. But what is the connection between Jesus and Melchizedek? And
Melchizedek is a type of Christ. That's
what is that as far as a mediator goes? Because
Melchizedek is a priest and a king. Now that's important. It's taken up in Psalm 110, as you undoubtedly know, because that's the later part of the Bible, written much later, referring back to Melchizedek. Why Melchizedek? Because he is both a king and a priest, unlike these regular lines of priests and kings. And Psalm 110 prophesies that the Messiah will be both king and priest. He will be a king in the line of David, and he will be a priest after the order of Melchizedek. That's where in Psalm 110. So Hebrews takes up quotes from Psalm 110 because Melchizedek combines these two offices.